but in general, I just feel more comfortable, more relaxed when I step in there. And, I feel good against going against the older guys. After getting a whole summer lift in, getting my body right, and just making sure I'm prepared to go with everybody out there. I just feel more confident stepping out on the field and be able to play in front of a crowd, in front of a lot of people.
How many different spots did you work at last year?
When I first got here, they put me at right guard, left guard. Then once Landon got hurt, because I was so heavy, they had me at guards. Then Landon got hurt, so then they bumped me out to tackle. Backed up left, and then later I had to work at right tackle. So once I started working at right tackle, I got in a couple of games, started games at right tackle, started some games at left tackle. I kind of worked every position except for center. So, but now I'm majority just tackles right now.
If you needed to snap a ball, could you?
Possibly, yeah. Honestly, I used to snap when I was little. Used to play guard in middle school and everything. So it's nothing too insane for me. So I could probably just work at it.
So is it dramatically different going from one side to the other?
Oh yeah, for sure. When I was at left, I was working on left at my whole freshman year, all high school, coming in and then trying to do it right. It's like trying to write with your left hand when you've been right with your right hand your whole life. It's just you have to continually work on the craft, make sure you're continually working on crossing T's, dotting I's. You have to continually just beat on the craft, make sure it becomes where you're almost ambidextrous.
So is it more of first step, trying to get I guess you're kind of just shaking old instincts per se?
Yeah. Usually with left, like I said, before, when previous interviews, I threw shot. So I'd always cross down on my right leg, push off my left, push off and kick back. So left just came natural when I did shot. So it just made my kick a lot better. But then going to right was the exact opposite. Never really pushed off my left or anything like that. So it's just continually beating on the craft, making sure you're actually getting the work in, making sure your technique's right. And then the biggest thing for me was probably after my first kick, probably not opening the hip or staying on my toes too much. It's different. It's kind of like writing with your left hand when you're right-handed,
What was the physical changes you wanted to make coming into this year?
Coming into this year, definitely getting stronger. I did a lot of my weight loss before this year, so then they told me to gain a little more weight because my lowest in the summer was 315. So then they told me to gain a little more weight so I can start putting on some muscle. Then start putting on some muscle, and now I'm back up to 330, 328 in between there. So, I'm moving pretty well for 330. What? 338. I said 330, 328. But yeah.
So you threw shot put back in the day?
Yes.
Landon threw shot put, but
yep.
Could you out shot put Landon?
I never did spin. I did glide. So the only reason I couldn't, get it as far, I still threw about 60 feet, but I didn't really have spinning shoes. I literally super glued a flat bottom to a wrestling shoe and used a worn down ball tennis shoe. So if I had some real throwing shoes, I might be able to, but who knows?
Right. Now, so is there anything else in high school that did you go on the basketball team and dunk on dudes or anything like that?
No, I didn't really dunk on people. I did when we had an open gym afterwards. We did stuff like that. I'd be playing basketball. It's just a good way to stay active, keep my feet light,
Mm-hmm.
Good feet, good hip movement. So it was fun just to do that, try it out for the baseball team, played with the baseball team a little bit.
Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, working on everything.
I know, do you get annoyed if people ask you about any relation to Dolly Parton?
I don't get annoyed. It's just the fact that I know she's a relative. It's not like I personally know her, grew up with her.
You aren't seeing her at family reunions?
No. She's kind of her own little entity. She's hot. She's top notch. So
yeah,
she doesn't really go to a lot of family things unless it's part of her family with people with her last name and stuff like that. I'm not bad mouthing her or anything like that. It's just the fact that people kind of generally locate towards close family, and she's distant, so we're just kind of in our own little zone.
I understand. It's like when you got 100 cousins, your mom tells you oh, that's your cousin. And
you're okay, cool. Cool to know that, but I never really grew up with her or anything like that.
So was the Tennessee game last year? Is that your kind of big one? I know a lot of people around here, they're just ready to beat Louisville. Do you kind of put Tennessee game? Do you hold that in higher regard?
Honestly, no. Being a young guy, I think every game's high regard because it's something to go out there and show people what I have and make sure my team is in the best position to win and make sure I work as a unit, as a piece of the unit to make sure we do well and we win. I don't really care who it is as long as we work our best and we work our the top notch. As long as we get there and we start working like a little machine, I don't care who it is. I just make sure we win.
What was your reaction when you heard the guy in front of you got picked in the NFL draft?
it's no different than practice with Josh Allen last year. Josh Allen's one of the best. I mean, that guy was good, but honestly, like, Josh got picked 7th overall. I had worked with him, so like when I was out there when I was still young, I mean, I still am, but being a true freshman, working against somebody who did that after I've already been here, like every day with, you know, Josh Allen, like it wasn't a huge deal to me because I didn't even think that. Like I was just like, this man I got to beat. Is he better than Josh? I don't think so, but you know, I just got to make sure I'm on my game, make sure, like I said, I protect the quarterback.
Was there a moment where like, oh God, like I've got to go out and go up against Josh Allen today when you're walking out in the practice field?
Definitely not. No, man. I saw it as an opportunity because I love people who are better than me. It just gives me a chance to step up my game. You know, Josh was always great with his hands, always good, always, you know, encourager. He was always somebody I shot for, you know. So it was always good for me to go get reps against him, and honestly, it made me a better player. So I always love going against people who are better than me.